everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I just tried out the new technique I just learned from YouTube. It's quite inspiring, especially for those beginners who doesn't know how to do the eye makeup. But it's really simple to start with, but might not be that simple enough when you first try out. But anyway, if you are interested in how I'm creating the look by using the technique, please keep on watching. Before starting my tutorial, I'd like to mention that I learned this from Goss, who is an amazing makeup artist. As he said, everyone's eye shape is different, so the best way of doing the eyeshadow is to follow your own eye shape. Doesn't matter what kind of eye shape you have, just follow your own eye shape. So I'm gonna show you step by step of how I'm using this technique to create the look, but I might change the formula a little bit because everyone's way of doing it might be different. So I'm just using my understanding to show you how I am doing this by using that technique. So let's get started. Before applying anything, I would like to start with a light color eyeshadow, which is one shade lighter than my skin tone, to set my eyelids. Based on Win's video, he only uses two eyeshadow, one contour shade and one shimmering shade. He first starts with a contour shade to draw the eye shape, but I feel like it is always to better start with a transition shade. It helps to blend out the contour shade later, and especially for beginners who might have hard time on blending. So I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush to take my transition color. This shade is around one shade darker than my skin tone. I'm applying this to my crease and blend this all the way from outer corner to inner corner, going back and forth. But make sure you only focus on the crease area. Don't blend it too far from the crease, just follow your socket. Next is to define your shape by using a contour shade. For beginners, I recommend starting with some lighter or shimmering contour shade color as it's easier to blend out. In this palette, I'm gonna take color in the buff by using this small detailed blending brush. After taking the color, tap it off and start underneath the eye. We are drawing a line from inner corner to outer corner by following your lower lash line. I changed to a pencil brush and here extend it out just a little bit past the neutral outside corner of my eye. And here the corner, make sure you fill in the color. Now, before applying any eyeshadow, use something to fill your socket first. So my socket is here, so I'm gonna use whatever color left in that small blending brush to draw a line by following my socket. After this, you gotta know where to apply the shadow. Then you can take a little bit more color to deepen up that line. You could keep opening your eyes to see if the eyeshadow is within your socket line. You could keep adding the color to your socket until you think it's deep enough. When you open your eyes, it might be invisible or might just see a little corner of it. Next, I'm gonna use a flat brush to take that color again and fill in that color on my eyelid. I kind of pack the color on the lids instead of swiping on it because my eyelids are very hard to apply colors, and this way it's easier to get more colors on it. Here is the thing before blending. I'm looking at the mirror up like 45 degrees. You're kind of able to see your socket line over there and use a brush like this angle. It's better to start blending by holding up your brush like this, and it will lower down your blending. But if you are holding your brush lower, it will blend it up too high. So in this case, I'm holding up higher in order to get a lower blending. Also, we could use some tissue like this to help us blend the shadow. So I'm holding up like this. Don't hold it up too close to the lower lash line. Leave a little space here and connecting outer corner to your tail of eyebrow. Everything is ready now. I'm gonna start blending. I'm blending it back and forth until it hits the tissue, but make sure you follow the socket line. Please make sure to connect all these outside corners. Here's a rough look after taking off the tissue. I feel like there's not enough color on my lids, so I'm using back the flat brush to add more of that contour shade on my lids. Once they're finished, I'm using a blending brush to blend out the edge. Try to make them fade away towards the eyebrow, but make sure you only use very light hand and only blend the edges. So this is basically what is on that tutorial by Wing. I'm gonna use Sigma E25, a clean blending brush, and take the transition color just a little bit. I'm gonna use that to buff out the edge. Very light-handed and gently buff out the edge, owning the edge. I don't know how to describe, but please see how I am doing it. I found sometimes if I try to buff out the edge without any transition color, some certain area is so patchy. So if you have the same problem as mine, always use some transition color to buff the edge. Next, I'm gonna use my finger to take the dark shimmering color. You could leave like matte if you want, it's totally fine, but I just want to add something. I'm placing that all over my lid. Final step, I'm gonna add some golden shimmering color to the middle of the lid to make eyelid stand out even more and feel more complete. So here's a look before eyeliner and mascara. Here is a final look with eyeliner and mascara. I want to say that I really like this way of doing eyeshadow, especially for beginners. This way is really efficient and easy to start with. I strongly recommend you guys to try it out, and also I will link down below the original tutorial from Wing so that you could see more details. That's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you on next one. Thank you. Bye.